Hello everyone, you're going to go ahead and take all of your essential oils, so your peppermint, your geranium, your cedarwood, your rosemary, and your lavender, and you're going to go ahead and incorporate that into your oil mix. I already have my hot water set aside. It's not on the same eye that I use to warm it up, but it is still on the stove just for precaution. I don't want to burn myself, you guys know. It's not a pretty sight. But I have my hot water set aside. I'm going to do something similar to a double boiler. I'm going to place a glass measuring cup that has my oil base already in it. I'm going to go ahead and sit that aside, and then we're going to go ahead and incorporate all of the essential oils that I decided to include in this recipe. I typically use these. These are usually my go-tos, just because I'm looking to stimulate growth and strengthen everything from the roots. Essential oils act as a preservative and a growth stimulant, and I get the best results utilizing these. So that's why I chose to incorporate them. Speaking directly to lavender and peppermint, I love the sensation that it gives my scalp. It improves blood circulation, and the lavender helps decrease hair fall. So sounds like a win-win to me. Our oil base is a mixture of a black seed oil, apricot oil, avocado oil, olive oil, and a few others. But that's just to name a few. If you look below in the description, you'll see all the oils. But just to briefly mention some of these oils, black seed oil contains omega-3 and omega-6 essential fatty acids, which provide moisture for the hair and it strengthens the hair from within and from the roots. This oil will be predominantly being used on the scalp, so I wanted to make sure I was incorporating oils that were meant for growth stimulation and bringing moisture to the scalp, but without leaving an oily or greasy feel, because I will be using this daily. And the reason I chose to incorporate avocado oil and apricot oil is because they're great carrier oils for the essential oils. It dilutes them. The avocado oil contains vitamin A, B, D, E, and beta carotene, which encourages curls to maintain natural moisture levels. And this is also true with apricot oil. It's an amazing growth stimulant, a scalp moisturizer. It causes your hair to become more manageable, especially if you have thicker strands. That's all we all need it to be a little bit easier when it comes to maintaining natural hair. So as you can see, I'm going ahead and incorporating my sprouted fenugreek seeds, and I'm sure everyone's aware what fenugreek is, but I chose to use sprouted only because I feel as though it you get more nutrients out of it once a bean or something has sprouted. It allows you to truly utilize all the benefits from it. And fenugreek contains nicotinic acid, which is a protein that helps to increase the rate at which you're growing your hair. It lengthens out that anagen phase, and even people that are protein sensitive, it's high and it has a high moisture level as well. So I've never experienced any dryness or anything. And the dry ingredients that I chose to incorporate, like I said, I already had everything mixed up. I mixed Amla with Brahmi, Bhringraj, my Henna, my aloe powder, and that was thanks to Henna Souk. I chose to incorporate Brahmi and Bhringraj because they're known to be hair revitalizers. They prevent alopecia. They are a scalp nourisher. It's one of the best strengtheners that I've ever been able to utilize, and that's the reason that it was added into this oil. And aloe and henna are great at balancing the pH. They are hands down one of the best pH balancers around. But enough about the oil. We're moving on to the rice water. I cut out a part of the video, so I had to go back and do another voiceover. So I do apologize for that. I'm sure you guys saw that I am still utilizing the peppermint and the lavender, but then now I've added in my neem oil, taken away some other oils, and I'm utilizing my rose water and glycerin for the purpose of the rose water. I'm just trying to. Rose water is very high in protein, so I wanted to add some moisture back into my concoction. And if you can't see the measurements, they are listed in the description, but I'm using a third cup of rice. So rice is already washed. I do recommend that you wash your rice, whether it's organic or not, just to get off that dirt and any pesticides that may still be present on it. You're going to then go and incorporate your oils and your liquids, and I like to add my liquid ingredients to my dry ingredients when it comes to my rice water. Then for my oils, I like to pour warm oils on top of my dry ingredients just to help with incorporation. And I know I didn't mention before, but I'm sure you guys can see, you see my oil sitting on the side, and that's just because it's a lot. I poured a lot of oil on top of my dry ingredients, and there was a lot of the powder, so I really like it to sit in and marinate for a little bit before I go ahead and stir it, which you will see, which you guys will see me do later on in the video. So we're just going to continue to adding our neem and our essential oils. And the reason I decided to use neem is mainly due to the fact that it conditions dry and undernourished hair and scalp. And like I said, this oil is going to be predominantly used on my scalp, so everything that is in this is pretty much a growth promoter, a stimulant, a scalp moisturizer, a nourisher, a revitalizer, promoting growth from the root. So I can see the fruits of my labor and see that I'm actually getting some results out of what the methods that I'm utilizing. So the color should be a little bit cloud-like. If you open it and smell it, it'll smell like maple syrup. That's the smell that fenugreek gives off. And it'll be cloudy due to the rice water and the inositol being released from the rice. And if not everyone's unaware of what inositol is, it's something that doesn't rinse out. So once you apply your rice water and you rinse it, inositol is still present in your hair, and it increases your shine, your overall strength of the hair. It's a member of the vitamin B families, which is very important for natural hair and maintaining those bonds within the hair. Oh, I also forgot to mention in regards to fenugreek, because this is a star ingredient in both recipes, it helps the potassium channel open so nutrients are easily transported into the hair follicles. And the potassium channel helps to protect and transport nutrients to the deepest parts of the hair follicles, just in case anyone was wondering what that is. It's fenugreek is the goat. Like it's amazing. I know I keep saying the word it's, but it is amazing. As you can see, I added into the oil recipe, and I'm adding it into my rice water recipe, and it did what it was supposed to do. And at the end of this video, I did go ahead and use my rice water treatment, and I let it sit for 2 days. The oil I'm going to allow to sit until the 15th of this month, and that'll be exactly 3 months from my 3-year hair anniversary on August 15th. So I'll be utilizing the same oil, the same recipe up until that day, and I'll be tracking my growth. In an upcoming video, I will do a before picture of that length and do a length check, and then after video on the 15th of August. This is kind of like a growth challenge, so if you guys would want to participate in that with me, let me know in the comments, and we could definitely get something going. I'm looking forward to continuing to grow my little Moorish family and keep on moving up. But if your oil is looking like that, smelling like that, and your rice water is doing what it's supposed to be doing, smelling wonderful, then you're all set. As mentioned, I did go ahead and utilize the rice and water and fenugreek, and these are the results. Curls on swim, and these are my little baby curls, and then my scalp just looks really, really nice and healthy. And this side-by-side picture is my hair with it rinsed out from the deep conditioner. So I used it in my pre-poo with Amla and Brahmi, and I also used it in my deep condition, and these are just some of the results.